One of the best indicators of intelligence is a willingness to change one's mind. This also points to a few other good qualities like being humble, because it's rather difficult to admit that you were wrong about something if you're incredibly arrogant, right? So if someone has a willingness to admit that they were wrong and then change their mind, not only are they portraying that intelligence needed to actually grow and evolve, but they're showing the humility needed to admit that you were wrong, to not have a huge ego and refuse to change because it would hurt too much to admit that, yeah, sometimes we're fallible creatures. You see a lot of this nowadays where people will double down when they're presented with facts that prove them wrong, and it's rather weird. It's also a bit disconcerting because we should all be willing to change our minds. If we get enough evidence to show that our previously held beliefs are wrong, we should all be willing to change our minds. Because why would you not when you're presented with hard facts that show that something you'd previously thought isn't actually the case? In general, you don't want to be dogmatic with your beliefs, and especially when it comes to science, politics, and other things like that, where there can be pretty important consequences to not changing your mind. It can mean that you can, well, one, allow corrupt people to take power in the case of politics, and in the case of science, it can hold us all back because it means that we're not advancing and adapting to new science that shows that our old beliefs were wrong. So strive to have the willingness to admit that you're wrong. Remember, this doesn't mean that you're an idiot. If anything, it shows that you're intelligent enough to not be dogmatic in your beliefs and to actually be willing to move forward and evolve in life, to change your mind. It's a good thing. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that you're an idiot. None of those things. In fact, only people who, aren't that smart tend to believe that. So don't be fazed by anything these people may say. Know that if you're willing to change your mind, it makes you a step above most people.